welcome to Happy Hour.
It's another Wednesday.
It's another Wednesday, and we're here for an explosive episode of The Real Housewives of Durban. Episode 8.
Aye, the girls. You know what? I've got so much to say about this dinner.
Oh my gosh.
I just feel like, Nji, as women, in general, we should never act like that. As adults, Nji, even if we're not women, as adults, you can never act the way that Jojo acted during that dinner.
I was so disappointed. At her behavior. And for Timgani, you saw Uguti, the conversation had died down.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of commotion in the beginning and with the whole Sane thing, but then it died down, right? And everybody was having a lovely dinner until Jojo was like, but also I want to bring up the drinking thing. And
I think all I can say is that was a disgusting behavior.
It was disgusting behavior. There's no other way to put it. And I think she wanted an outlet because the whole time she was sitting there stewing. She was literally sitting there and she was stewing over the fact that nobody's paying attention to her. She was happy for Unongo to take the bullets and to have this fight with Annie, but she still wanted a production for herself. And for me, if you throw, and this is not the first time she's done this. No. She did this to Mabusi, and now she's doing it to Nongo. And okay, Nongo's reaction is a little bit different. There are reasons for that. We'll delve into them later. But I just feel like Jojo is a brat. She's a brat. There's no other way of putting it. She is an absolute brat.
Disgusting behavior. You cannot throw your toys out the cot. Go outside on a screaming match all by yourself.
Yes.
What happened? Like, what justified that moment right there and there?
She's lucky that she has the husband she has, because that is bratty behavior. So Risha was right. That is a bratty behavior, and those people are enablers in her life. For you to think that you behaving like that is okay. Look, you're an adult. You need to get your emotions in check. Like Annie said.
Yes.
Annie was completely 100% correct. You are an adult. When you come into a situation, especially a volatile situation as the group that they have, you need to check your emotions at the door, and you need to do what you need to do to be a responsible adult.
But again, hopefully she's not going to come back.
I really do hope,
because there is no comeback from what she's done.
No.
She's the host. Number one. She has invited people over for this weekend. As the host, you are the one who's supposed to bring situations down if things boil over between somebody and somebody else. That's your job as the host. To be like, guys, calm down.
Yes.
Let's move on. Let's have fun. That's your job. It's not your job to insult Abantu when they've come all this way for you.
Yeah. And as for Maria saying, Sane, get away, Jojo doesn't know you. I feel like no.
The funny moment.
But guys, the honest truth is she's right. You don't know Jojo. She's not your friend. You do need to get away. And you do. Usane was trying to insert herself.
No,
she was trying to insert herself in a situation that just didn't make sense. And for her to lie, for her to sit there and lie and say what she said. But anyway, we'll get into that. But Jo Sane deserves all the treatment she's getting from the girls. I just don't feel sorry for her.
Hi guys, but we'll see. And then the husband comes and picks her up. She's crying and she's sobbing.
I feel sorry for Calvin.
And she can't even talk.
Calvin has an actual job, and his job is to pay for your guys' lifestyle. You do diddly squat. And for you to bother a man to drive 3 hours from Durban to Drakensberg and then 3 hours back to pick you up for a situation you created is absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
But they treat her like a doll. She acts like a doll, and then that's what they get. Like, what's her name? She was saying, "My husband will never." Sarisha.
Yes.
She was saying, "My husband will never come pick me up."
Guys, not me, my boyfriend.
But why should I pick you up over something you guys can just handle with your hurt?
Listen,
are you hurt? Did something happen?
Yes. Those are the crucial questions.
Okay, who started the fight? That's a different situation.
Nobody hit her. Nobody. She completely. My boyfriend would not pick me up. And that's not an indication on him. That's an indication on just how ridiculous this behavior is.
It's ridiculous.
I mean,
You can't have a
opening
smile
stores?
and a tiff with your friends, throw a gas casket, and then expect this poor man to come pick you up. Please pick up my bag.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I know that I'm very petty, but because she didn't have makeup on when she was crying at that scene with her bucket hat, that is when I realized, Wuti, that atrocious thing she has done to her brows is permanent. Like, your hair is not black, so why on earth would you want to make your brows black? Like, okay.
That's incredible, guys.
On a lighter note, guys, it didn't make sense to me because she's crying, pretending to cry, and I'm looking at her brows and I'm just like, is that what they really look like? I thought that was just going with her makeup. But anyway, speaking of relationships and men and whatever, then we saw Nonku calling her boo thing on the phone to, I'm that girl, guys. I just want to say I'm that girl. If anything happens in my day, I'm
have
calling
to phone him.
my man to go.
To say, hey.
So he might not care and he might make jokes like Arti did make jokes and be like, uppercut, babe.
But I feel like Ononku overreacted.
She did overreact. She overreacted over the wrong thing.
Yes. And then she said, this is the worst thing that has ever happened in my life.
Okay, then you must have a really pampered life.
Whoa.
She has a pampered life.
Worst thing that ever came. She is my best friend. Guys, my best friend.
They're friends conveniently for the show. And I feel like Unonku did not overreact or did not react appropriately, let me rather say, to Jojo's reaction, because she realizes that she's trying to form alliances. And that is very telling in the conversation she had with Usli, which is to say, I thought you'd have my back. She was trying to create an alliance with Usli no Jojo. But unfortunately, you can't create an alliance with somebody that you threw under the bus the moment they met the other girls, And so she realizes, I can't be mad at Jojo, because if I'm mad at Jojo, then my whole alliance falls apart.
It's gone away.
And
then I don't have Slee either.
If somebody else had done this to her, if Slee had thrown a drink and a glass flew in her direction, we would see a different sort of reaction.
Yes.
And guys, I love Nonku. I like Nonku as in terms of like being a reality star.
Yeah.
I believe that she is. But I do believe there's something about Slee that aggravates her the wrong way. Like she's so jealous of Slee that she can't fathom people liking her. For her, this is the worst nightmare. I've brought this girl into the group. The first day I told them, actually don't like this girl because she's saying bad things about Jojo, but nobody seems to care and take no regard about what I'm doing and saying, and which is exactly why in the very next scene, we see Annie no Slee actually bonding, and Annie then disregarding the stuff that she had been told, because that's how Unonku wanted it to be. She basically wanted to stay in her corner, and so to discredit Slee, I'm going to say bad things about Slee, but still claim she's my friend, and so I'm gonna have this alliance with Slee and Jojo. But it just didn't work out that.
It didn't work, and I'm happy. We are seeing a different Annie this season. She is way different from the other seasons. She's really grown up in this season, and she was open-minded, even with Ugemanzini, with Usli, and they had a prayer with Usli, even taking a walk with Usli. I feel like she was really just showing us another side of Annie, besides the one that she always wants us to see. So this one was really nice. Everybody had a moment, and I liked it. I think I liked their friendship if they do become friends. Look, I don't know if they will become friends, but I feel like again, this episode, I feel like Usli, for me, ticks the boxes in terms of behavior, in terms of being in lady, in terms of thinking before she says anything. I give it to her.
And we've said this before about her. She's beautiful, she's poised, she's calm even when emotions are high, which I really, really love about her. And I did see an article that said she thinks that if there's an opportunity for season 4, she's definitely gonna go for it. And girl, we think you should go for it, because you are absolutely like the bomb. Everybody loves seeing you, and I think it gives an element of groundedness to the group, just like Sorisha, which is why I'm not surprised that they get along.
Yes,
actually,
Sorisha no sleep do have that element, and Annie still has that little spice, but now she's way more grounded than she was in the other seasons, which is a great thing. I think and
I like the fact that Annie's straightforward. I will never fault somebody who's straightforward. Yes, there's always a good way to deliver a message. You don't have to be mean, and I think that Annie's not mean. Actually,
she wasn't mean even in the dinner table. She's simply just stating that you're lying. So it's not what happened.
Yeah, so Mngani, the next scene is the sundowners with the girls, and in that scene, Annie's very straightforward and clear. She's like, we're not going to dance around issues here. First of all, our host has left us without saying so much as a hi, how are you, and goodbye. And then people are tiptoeing around the issue. What confused me is Maria is very clear in her confessionals that what Jojo did was inexcusable. Yet she wants to defend her amongst the group of girls, which doesn't make sense to me. Listen, we all have problems. One thing you must know about this life is everybody's going through something. And you always need to be sensitive to people's plight. But what is unacceptable is you thinking, if you feel like, Nomfundo, you are overwhelmed, take yourself out of a situation. Don't attack people, because nobody's your emotional punching bag. For me, this is unacceptable behavior, because it's something that I definitely wouldn't allow. I don't talk to people in a crazy disrespectful manner. Please don't talk to me in that way. Yes, I'm shady, I throw shade, I can be whatever, but when it comes to serious matters, you do what Usli does. You calm down, you assess the situation, because it's badal. So you can't tell me what's when you're still dealing with emotions like a 2-year-old. It's absolutely ridiculous. She needs to leave. She needs to leave, and production needs to understand that she is a safety risk for the rest of the girls.
For everybody else.
Because she's the first person to say, I'm going to institute legal proceedings against someone. Meanwhile,
but she threw glass
in
Nku's face.
And this is not the first time she's done it. It's not the first time. So for me, it's like, okay, but guys, one thing that was a very shady moment at those sundowners with the girls is that, how is Usane trying to blame other people for what she said? How? First of all, you're incoherent because you're trying to lie. You're lying. You did say that about Annie, which is why you confessed it to Sarusha when she took you out.
No, but I think, you know what? By saying
how so?
Usane, guys, she's a fighter. I have to say, she said it right there and there. Yay! You speaking to Annie. So
no, just Annie. That was at the last dinner. No, that was at the last dinner. What I'm referring to is the sundowners, where they discovered Ugutu Nonko's not coming and Jojo's not there. To say Uguti, she's now trying to make up a story. Osane is very smart. Well, she is smart. She's smart at the level of what
smart in Durban.
Because what she realized was, okay, there's a drift now between the girls. So now I'm going to try and throw Jojo and Annie under the bus, because everybody has a problem with Jojo and Annie. Why didn't this revelation come before? For you to say, no, I didn't mean it in that way, or didn't say that. At the end of the day, you said it. She confessed it to Sarusha.
No, I think Usane, what happened is that she came on too strong.
And then she regretted it.
And then she didn't get the publicity she thought she was going to get. Like, it was quite negative instead of being the new villain.
Yes, because this is not Moja Love.
This is not Moja Love. I'm a villain.
Yes.
So she went too far. And then people trashed her. And then she took a couple of steps back now, and she wants to be more poised. She wants to seem like Zazi Ndaba, but I don't want to talk about it. But she still wants to be that person. So I think cleverly so, or if there's such a word,
sneakily so,
sickly so, she's sneaking right back, and it seems like Abantu they're willing to open the door.
She's done the exact same thing. Or would say, okay, you guys are enemies, cool. Let me see if I can be friends, because we have a common enemy. Her throwing Jojo and Nungu under the bus is very wrong, because she knows that she's lying. That is not how it happened.
I
was busy sipping my champagne. I'm sorry to say this.
But Unungu, she invited Usane.
Yeah.
After Usane had a fight with Ulundi at the event, Then she invited Usane because she wefuna indaba. And then wefuna umuntu ozobayibhom yakhe njengo Annie to protect her.
Yeah.
And now that person has come back to bite her in the ass, njengo Jojo. Because why did she invite her? Because she knew that she was foul and she had a foul mouth.
Yeah.
So why did you invite her for lunch? Because she want to speak to her nicely.
No. But
so she, I kind of feel like she deserved that moment.
Then she goes off on a drive with Usarusha. And Sane, lento yako, this thing of yours of saying, oh, why does so-and-so want to speak to me? It's boring. We know that you're thirsty to be here. Please stop pretending as if you're not. Because at the end of it, exactly, at the end of that conversation with Sarusha, she says, oh, this was long overdue. I really, really wanted this, but it didn't happen in the time that I wanted it. And also, I know other people might not share the same views. These are my opinions and my opinions only. You look like the help. Please do your hair, get some outfits. You look like, she looks so out of place.
Just do your hair, baby girl.
Ruan looks better in terms of appearances, but both of them aren't playing the role of a friend of the show as they should.
No, they're not.
It's just misplaced.
Even Umabusi was always on point.
Yeah, Umabusi added something to the show. I'm sorry,
always
but
on point.
These two friends of the show don't add anything to the show. All Sane adds is unnecessary drama. And
unnecessary drama.
That's about it. But as for Usarusha and everybody else thinking Ubuti, this undying friendship and this unfounded loyalty, I think it is unfounded because we're calling BS on the fact that this is an alliance.
Yes.
It's not a friendship.
It's not a friendship.
You guys are just in an alliance. Survive. And it's not working out.
They are on Survivor and they're acting like somebody's going to win. And that's not what's going to happen. And it's just destroying the group.
And then we see Maria stirring the pot with Ruan.
Maria
and talking about how she thinks that Nonku is the bad seed.
But you know what? I kind of agree.
Okay.
I feel like Nonku, like I said before, she had a friend outside the group and she had a friend inside the group.
Yeah.
And then she could skin her with this one and skin her with that one, right? Then at some point, she never thought these two friends would know each other or meet.
Yeah.
Correct? Now, all of a sudden, they're meeting. And now she doesn't know where to go. Because I don't think there's a reason on this green earth for Ujojo to hate Usli the way she does.
Yes, you're right.
And Ujojo has attacked Usli from the first day.
Yeah.
Which means Wazindaba. So Nonku is the one that has built this whole thing. And she's the one, that told Jojo and Annie that Usli ukhuluma kabi naye in front of her kids. It was
but how did we get there? I think that's another thing. People are not interrogating how did we get there. If you are introducing me to a new friend to me, if you say bad things about that friend, I'm gonna think that friend is bad.
It's bad.
I'm not going to think that they're a good person. So of course that's what happened, So I think Nonku needs to take some responsibility for what she's done, and she needs to really, really reevaluate why this is happening.
Why is this happening?
And I'm glad that Usli actually called Nonku aside. The reason that being, it's not Uguti, we're gonna be friends again and we're gonna
kiki
and kumbaya. We're clearing the air because we are gonna be around each other, with this group of friends. Our girls are friends, and so I also want you to make you feel comfortable as a mom that if your daughter's at my house, I'm still going to treat her like I've always treated her. And as adults, we're not going to bring our drama into the kids' drama. But what I can say about that meeting is Slee was authentic, genuine. She was trying to create a situation where they can clear the air. What I didn't like about it is Nonku trying to be fake and trying to seem as if all is well, because it's not all well. You are the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
And so you to pretend as if everything is great and you trying to come across as sincere is just.
I think Nonku, she realizes how far
she took it.
This whole thing has gone.
Yeah.
And then she realized that she has no one in the group in her corner. and things will find us which nobody likes her, nobody cares about her, and now she feels this is her moment to slide back to Slee's arms.
Yes.
Which is ridiculous and it's wrong.
And it's not gonna work.
And it's not gonna work because Slee is already built. After you trashed her, she built relationships with other ladies, and the other ladies really, really like her.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna work. I feel like in that moment, instead of us saying, you know what, and being honest and be like, the truth is I backstabbed you. The truth is that I spoke behind your back. The truth is that everybody else was feeling this way because of me. And you know what, girl? I'm sorry.
Yes. Not I'm sorry if you feel as if I threw you under the bus. Yes, you did. That is a fact. You threw her under the bus.
You did throw her under the bus. And
take
you know
accountability.
Yes.
And just move on.
And the fact that you're saying after Steve has told you that after you were like, you swore at me during the dinner table, and then she was like, no, it's not like it's never happened before, and then we've both found our way to each other.
No, I'm sorry, swearing is a no-go. If a friend of mine swears at me, we're gonna have problems. In fact, the problems we're gonna have is we're no longer gonna be friends. That is ridiculous. You can't swear at another grown woman and think that everything's okay.
No,
that's absolutely outrageous.
I think Jay, that in that meeting, the only person who got closure was Slee, and I think she got the chance to apologize and she didn't use it. Like
Annie said in the next scene, in the last dinner, Sane made her bed and she needs to lie in it.
To lie in it.
Yes. And that dinner for me was a lot of things. It was a lot of things because it was a lot of things, Mngani, because there's Sane trying to defend herself and lie, and then there is Annie being straightforward with everybody and being like, no, I'm not going to accept this. And then there's Nogu trying to defend her friend, and I'm just
that has broken her heart.
And then there's Ruan doing absolutely nothing and trying to be like, I really wanted to go after Jojo, but I couldn't.
I was
just like, boy back.
I couldn't react. I'm stuck in my emotions. Guys, Jojo she threw her toes at the cot. Stop acting like somebody attacked us and she was hurting and she was bleeding. No, it's not what happened. Jojo threw her toes at the cot, then she realized, oh shit, I don't want to face it. Like Annie said, the only thing that happened is that Jojo doesn't want to come back to us and apologize.
Yes.
And that's why she left.
Actually,
boom.
Bullseye. Annie hit the nail on the head there to say she realized the mess she created and so she ran away.
Yes.
Nobody did anything to her. Absolutely nobody did anything to her.
And the conversation, even the tone, being equal.
Yes.
But she's the one who smacked the table. It's like,
and I'm so happy.
You can't act like that.
I'm so happy that Annie actually just called it out. I really am, because it's like, how if there's no accountability, like Sorisha said, if there's no accountability, there's never going to be a change in behavior.
No, she has no
she needs to leave
whatsoever.
We're good and we're done.
I get her accountable for anything. What if that glass broken right into Nungu's eye and Wangena a glass?
Exactly. But again, guys, next episode we see a fave, Mbali. Although she's very angry, I can imagine who she's talking about when she's saying this. We all know who that is. No shade. We know who she's referring to. I wonder what Lee told her to get her that upset.
Well,
but guys,
Wednesday,
we wait for the next episode to see what happened. Also, guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the videos and liking.
Thank you guys so much.
Please continue to subscribe. And guys, I do have a question for you. Is everybody watching Adulting? And what do you think about it? Let us know in the comments. You absolutely have to watch it. It's amazing.
I haven't watched.
I love Adulting. I absolutely love it. It's the best.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It is one of the best series on Showmax right now. First episode dropped on Tuesday or Monday. Correct me, guys. Let me know. I think it was
season 1.
Season 1, episode 1, brand new. It is about a boyhood, a manhood with friends, and there's different characters.
Is it South African?
South African.
Oh, okay.
So you have the alpha male, you have Iginza, you have Marisa, and then you have the family man. So it's 4 friends that are just navigating through being a man in this environment in South Africa. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Guys, you should definitely watch it, and we'll see you guys next week for another review.
Cheers!